Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last episode, I was here hanging out with my homeboy, the Mayor of Bree. And this is a perfect spot to have ended the last episode because now I'm going to do some quests that I missed along the way here in Bree. And surprisingly, there's only 2 of them. So it should be pretty easy and they're part of a quest chain. The reason I didn't do them when I was originally in Bree is because they are level 30 quests. And I believe I was around level 20 at the time. So they weren't even available for me to get. So let's go ahead and do them if this will ever load. Now there's also some other quests that I'm going to be doing here in Bree. They're not specifically Bree quests, but they do start around this area. They are the horse quests, and in fact, it's actually been in my tracker this whole time. The Discovering the Descent quest chain, I'm going to be working on that as well. Alright, so let's go and do some quests. I need to go towards the Prancing Pony. That's where they start. Man, I had so much fun doing Starter last time. It was a little bit messy, so I don't know how the episode's going to turn out, because it's going to take some editing. Anyways, this guy right here, Dob Sandheaver,
Goodness, could you help me with something?
has a quest called Big Problems. Why, hello there. You're the one everyone's been talking about, yes? Well, I could use your help. I have a big problem, and that's a fact. You see, when I was on a trip to visit my dad away in Buckland after visiting my brother Gil at Hangstacer, I thought to myself, you should take a shortcut. No use wandering all the way down to the Great East Road and all. That's when it all went wrong. Now I was walking quiet, as you will, until about the time for 11sies, and then I felt a dreadful hunger. I came upon an old bit of stonework in the brandy wood and set myself down for a light snack. All of a sudden, quick as you will, a hefty burly fellow shows up, and with none too kind words, mind you. He was much larger than the big folk of Bree. I'm afraid I was quite scared of the brute and ran off without my pack. The stonework is north of Buckland in the Brandywood. I doubt that this giant man, Svalfang, I heard him call himself, will stay in that dreary little hut all day. Maybe he could sneak by and pinch my pack when he is out stomping and doing whatever large folk do. Alright, so we need to head all the way towards Buckland, which is this way. So it is quite a ride, unfortunately. Should be able to get to it. Oh my gosh. That guy did a pretty good job on his costume. Looks pretty similar to Gandalf. Especially that staff. It's pretty impressive. Anyways, I was just admiring. Let me see. Not that one. Got a lot of outfits. That one. Yeah, pretty cool. That scarf from the cape kind of blends in with the beard a little bit. That's kind of weird. I like that staff. Reshaped Lore Master staff. Okay. Anyways, let's head on over to Buckland. You can see I'm headed all the way over here. So it's quite a ride. So this appears to be the giant's place of residence, and there he is. Now I'm looking for the pack, which is right over here. Alright, so now I have to go all the way back. And let me just use my milestone. Or not milestone, but this little skill here. And before I do any of that, I'm actually going to set my milestone here. Because he's going to send me on a part 2. That way I can just teleport back here when I'm done with that.
Dear me, what do you want?
You found it. You have my thanks. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't found it. It looks like some of the food is a bit crushed and broken, but most of it still looks fine. That's the last time I take another shortcut, and that's a fact. Now that is very weird. He's supposed to have a part 2 for me. Or maybe it's not him that gives you the part 2, because I see a couple of quest rings over here. There's this guy.
Stay a moment.
There we go, he's the one that gives the part 2. You are the one that helped the halfling Dob Sandheaver, are you not? It seems the situation is much graver than I first thought, and it has gone beyond stolen food bags. The giant that attacked Dob is very small for his kind, but he's a giant nonetheless. How and when he wandered down to the borders of the Shire is a mystery, even to one such as myself, who sees the comings and goings unnoticed by other folk. He has begun to waylay many travelers north of Buckland, and has even been sighted on the borders of the Bree-fields. At first, I was content to watch him and wait, but I now see that he is a great threat. I would ask you to gather companions and face Valfang. We rangers have protected the borders of the Shire for years, but there are too few of us here to face this foe. I would not have Aragorn return to find the land he guarded for so many years in ruin because of my inaction. Find the giant and drive him forth from these lands. Alright, there you go. So we do have to go back there once again. And this is kind of weird. And it's kind of strange. I've actually never really been back here, but looks like there's some decent stuff. And quests in here are going to be festival quests. That's why there's a ring for the prancing pony. But let's go all the way back to Svalfang. Alright, poor Svalfang. It's time for him to die. Go ahead and ambush him. And he's dead. That's that. Poor little guy. So let's head back and turn this in. And those are the only 2 quests that I was missing here in Bree. And then of course there's the herding quest, which I think there were a quest chain added with the Rohan expansion for doing a bunch of tasks with horses here. Alright. Let me talk with this gentleman here.
Greetings.
You have defeated the giant? Well done. There have been many strangers lurking on the borders of that peaceful land. I do not doubt he would have caused many more problems than a few scared hobbits had he not been dealt with. Alright. And I guess what's really convenient is since I'm headed to the farms, I can just take this pony real quick. Should put me right next to Hangstacer Farm where I'm headed. Again, all these quest rings are from the Summer Festival quests, which are still active. Pretty nice horse fields here. These horses have lots of room to run around. Alright. And I guess let's do it. Again, the reason why I didn't do this quest when I first picked it up is because it sends you to the North Downs. I hadn't been there yet, didn't want to spoil anything. But here we are. Alright, so I guess I have to go to Estelden. Pretty majestic flowing horsehair here. Now let me remember what my skills are. Stomp, ball kick, galloping. Let's do that. Wow, that is really fast. That is crazy fast. I can't even control it. It's a lot of fun, though. I wish my mounts were this fast. Alright, let's see what is going on here. What brought you to a place like this? This is not a place for any creature in his right mind, for I am on the edge of war, with the smoke of many fires filling the air. The enemy has turned his attention to steeds of late. He uses traps to tear and break our legs. These wicked mechanisms must be destroyed, but be careful, for they will likely be guarded. Once a steed is snared, enemies try to ambush the rider before the horse can break free. You look like you can handle yourself better than most horses I have ever seen. Please help us destroy these horse traps and their makers. Alright. So I have 40,000 HP. Speed up a little bit here. And not get stuck behind a tree. Alright, let's see if I can find anything here. Not really seeing much. Let me go on the other side of this cliff. Go down a little bit. Just drop down. Oh, there we go. Actually gotta use these. Alright. And one of these popped up. Oh, and that worked. Kind of attacked as well. I only have 2 attacks that I can use on them, which is kind of annoying. That's weird. So just gotta be patient here. There's no auto attack either, it looks like. Or maybe there is. There we go. That was weird that it wasn't doing the auto attacks. Okay, let's go find some more. That guy must be so confused as to what's going on. I would be. Oh, he's a level 72. I don't know what he's doing here. He wants to help out, that's fine. I don't mind. Alright, so done with that. Let me go talk to the horse again. My god, that's fast. I love it. It's so much fun going this fast. I don't even have to fast forward this because we're moving so quickly. Oh no, lag. If I disconnect, that's going to be a huge problem because I'll have to redo all of this. Ah, dang it. There we go. We survived. Didn't have to redo everything. The Ranger's here, and we steeds especially thank you for destroying the traps that our enemies laid for us. You have had a taste of war, and it looks though it did not break your spirit. You are made of strong stuff, friend, and I hope to see you again before long. So that was that. Finally was able to finish that quest. Now I think there's a deed associated with all these quests. I think you have to do a certain number of them, and you unlock some deed. I'll have to look into that for the future. Alright, so done with that one. And then let me see what J.R.R has for me now. Alright, so feed the horses.
Do something for me.
The horses are sounding hungry, and I have been told that their troughs are running empty. I need you to have a stable hand feed the horses very shortly, or they may be agitated, but the helpers are busy at the moment. Can you please help me start on the task and gather the grain? As soon as you get back with it, a helper should be able to feed them. There are many bags and sacks of grain around the farm. Some might be empty, but there should be enough full ones. Hurry back with the grain. Alright, and you can kind of change ponies here. Weird. Now let me see if I can pull up that deed. Race and social, maybe. Let's see if I can find it. There we go, this one. So you gotta do all the quests here with the horses. Feed for the horses, that's the one I'm working on now. So there's a few. So let's try to work on a few of these, might as well. That one's moldy. Oh, I have a timer on this. Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, that sucks. I might not be able to read the quest, or I might not have enough time to turn it in. Or never mind, because now the timer ran out, so I can actually read the text.
How can I
Well
be of
done. We
service?
should be stocked for a little while. Thank you for your help. So let's try this one.
Would you do something for me?
The horse from Combe looks restless and needs to be taken out for a daily run. Could you go check on him? Alright, so let's see what this one's going to be all about. Alright, let's go. A scent of evil draws you deep into the Trollshaws. See exactly where I'm going here. Probably pay attention to the road and not the map. I've hit a dead end. Nice. And I broke my legs. Oh my god. Really? I missed the Trollshaws. That was a really fun season. I love this map a lot. Actually going to be spending a good amount of time here within the next few episodes. Because once I come back here to do the quest that I missed, there's also the epic book that's going to be taking place mainly here. Remember, we're chasing a Marthiel. She's here in the Trollshaws. So a lot of the quests are going to take place here. I don't know if this is the right place. I think this is a dead end. If I'm not mistaken. But it looks like I am, because there's no dead end here. I remember this horse. You found the source of evil that drew you here. This was once a horse bred to serve the forces of Sauron. There are many horses in the service of the enemy, but this creature was the steed of a Nazgûl, one of the 9. The scent of evil here fuels a fire you never felt before, and you know this horse is an arch enemy. Its death is bittersweet. You would prefer to have done battle with it yourself. The enemy left fragments of armor and strips of cloak behind. Destroying the trophies of evil will satisfy your anger at the existence of such a creature. Search the area and destroy the trophies of this fallen enemy. Alright. There's a cloth. There's the armor. Okay. Destroying the trophies left behind by the enemy quenched your rage. For now. A powerful force was involved in driving this creature away, and it was injured badly to meet its doom at this spot. You could not sense it before because the stench of evil filled your nostrils. Upon returning to the corpse, you feel the other energy somehow different. It lingers as a receding wave would leave small pools of water upon the sand. What could have done this to such a powerful creature? You must find the source of the energy. And that's going to be all the way at the fort of Bree-land. So that is quite a long ride. It's crazy how slow you feel after that skill runs out. The galloping flight. I feel like I was just here for my chicken run a couple of episodes ago. Let's see what mystery is here. You found the fort of Bree-land, the very source of whatever power sent the horses of the Nine to their doom. Alright, so if you remember, it was Arwen that called forth the fort to destroy the Nine in the movies. In the books, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Glorfindel that actually did that. Alright, so we're done with that. And I believe Eogar gives you 2 quests daily for these horse quests. So, there's really not much else I can do right now. In the future, I'll come back and do an episode dedicated to these horse quests. That way I can finish up the deed and do everything. But for now, I'm actually going to move on. Next up, I think I'm going to head into the Lowlands and do some of the quests that I missed there. So I'll meet you in the Lowlands. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.